Hello, beautiful divine being of light, divine incarnate, empath, light worker, light warrior, beautiful spiritually awakening being. Welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel. If it's the first time you're here, please subscribe and like this video as you move forward. I hope that you find it very valuable. Today, we are talking about the LA fires. It's been something that's been going on for 3 days now, and it is very, very intense. I'm sure you've heard about this and what's happening. It's basically the biggest story in the world right now. It has burned thousands of acres, probably up to 3. I didn't actually check it today, but it was 0% contained. It was in multiple areas in Los Angeles, many big areas of whole neighborhoods or parts of neighborhoods are for the most part gone. People have died. Last time I got a count, it was 5 people. And just like thousands of structures, thousands of acres in the heart of LA and going into the foothills and the mountains. Many celebrity homes are gone. Many have evacuated and maybe are not sure if their homes are gone, but many are. And countless more others of people who are not famous lost their homes and businesses and schools and all the places that once are gone. The fires are still going, of course. It's 0% contained. That's the last thing I heard. And even if it is 10% contained or 20% contained, it is not 100% contained and won't be for several more days. So this is a big event for us, and over the last 24 hours I have really felt this energy, very agitated, frustrated, irritated, angry energy. Also, it's culminating with the full moon, and this is 110 of 2025 and the last day of our 1/1 to 110 Stargate. And so these events taking place within the Stargate within the very first week of January is like literally, or the second week is literally par for the course with Stargates, the kind of thing that happens, especially in the beginning of the year. If you look back in history to what goes down the first 15 days or before, but especially within the first 10 days of the year, there's usually a thing. But some years, like this year, it's a really, really big thing. And like it was with COVID, a really, really big thing as well as the year started. So yesterday, after, tuning into all of this energy, and just, feeling all of this, it became really obvious that this energy I was feeling is because of these events, obviously. And when I took my bath yesterday, I got a real long channeling that I took dictation on my phone. And so what I'm guided to do today is read to you this message from the Divine High Council of Light. And then from there, we are going to do a tarot and oracle reading for more messages, just more insight beyond the channeling, just to see what, to support what we heard and get whatever else needs to come through. Okay, so. Oh, maybe God, I want to make sure I've got my candles all going here before I start. Whew. I wanted to do this yesterday, but the day got long and I got way too tired, and that just was not going to happen. So here we are today. It is 12:52 p.m. Pacific, coming to you from the Trinity River here in Northern California. Thanks for joining me again. Thanks to those who return. Thanks to those of you who support me, work with me individually or as a group. You can join my community on Mighty, and links to my website and all of that. All the things are in the description of this video, and I look forward to hearing from you. When you reach out, leave comments. Please like this video, subscribe again, and I love comments. And if there's any questions about anything in this reading, please and messages, please put them in the comments. Okay, let's get going here. Whew. January Stargate LA fires, channeled messages from the Divine High Council of Light, voiced as one unless specified. This event that is currently ongoing is a function of the paradigm shift, the consciousness of people shifting when they are faced with quickly shifting realities. This is the inverse of the COVID pandemic, when there was the order to stay home, and aside from a few people compared to the whole, the majority of people were homebound and went through a consciousness shift that has been part of the journey of raising the vibration and consciousness so far. For some, activating in different and particular places, there is a larger portal that has been activated, and this is the second activation. We were prepared for this and therefore have already used previous stargates and cosmic portals to integrate light codes for ascension, when the dark side would be manipulating the natural weather conditions through geoengineering. They were never meant to stop this series of fires and these events. They were guided and possessed to handle things exactly as they have for a purpose. Their aim was to displace, anger, kill, hurt, and generally create a massive amount of negative energy directed at the very people who consume negative energy and how it fills them. This does happen and is happening. However, we, the light, have had the plan in place to circumvent this. The light codes activated through the last 1331 gate of Great Awakening was the activation that ended on December 31st. The system would run as we knew it would, and then the light codes would be activated through the higher consciousness being activated through the massive shift with the fires consuming their homes and businesses. The friends and family of people directly affected are also activated, first responders, doctors, etc. This isn't to say that all activate at the same time or the same speed or the same depth, but an activation has taken place that is the culmination of many before it for this particular soul pod, soul groups. As always, dear one, we make the most out of the opposition, even if it means allowing them to go through their intentions and using the consequences to our advantage in the long run. We play the long game. They play the short game, and they never learn because the short game is fueled by their hunger for negative energy, and the long game is fueled by strategy. We must come together and do energy healing with Gaia to help the wounded heal and move forward. New timelines are being formed for the greatest good because of the shift in consciousness for most people. Much healing will take place now because of this, much recalibration, and many more seeing the forces of the dark side at work, and this for what it is. Not all, but many more than before. Have the intention to know and understand all of it from this perspective. This is the truth. Those are the dark side parasites who possess people to do things to create negative energy. Burning Los Angeles to the ground, especially those of influence from the dark side, and this being their catalyst to escape their self-harming prisons of greed, separateness, elitism, manipulation, and control over the perception of others, while their own perception has been hijacked by these negative energetic parasites that have attached to them. These events and energies are to assist those who have been possessed by illusions on various and many levels to see and feel the truth and be ushered forward through their lives, shifting to connect to their souls, the guidance that comes from their souls, and be led to healing and to reconstructing their reality through the new lens of awareness and higher consciousness. The mighty and powerful will begin to move in a direction that is natural, holistic, balanced, and fair, shifting their perception about what is needed versus what is wanted, what is in the name of abundance and supporting the light, and what is distraction and excess. Of course, dear one, you must understand that all of this will take time to develop, but these events happening now are the next wave of great material and physical changes that must take place to support the timelines that are of the highest good. We, the light, by maintaining our intentions and vibrations, are using the ongoing incoming light codes to spin away from the forces of darkness, away from despair and grief, and see the larger, longer story that shifts out of the tragedy into faith for new beginnings that are now influenced by those who are parasitic. Hold the line of light open in your heart and choose to rise above the illusions. The coming full moon will help heal and release negative energies, and themes for 2025 is healing and maintaining the theme for 2025 is healing and maintaining one's health and vibration. These events that are ongoing are facing the issue of the reprogramming reality for so many at once, automatically raises the need to heal in order to move forward in a different reality. Make no mistake, we, the light, are here. We are with all who are facing these challenges, and ask all who are witnessing to hold the line of light within you. Refrain from places and spaces that allow for images to hurt your spirit. If you must see the events, remember there is a cleansing and clearing in the fire, and we, the light, are using those energies to help the ones affected clear a path to solace and a new beginning. And that is all. Whew, so basically what they are saying is that these events that are taking place are and have been orchestrated by the dark, the ones who are parasitic. And what that means is it's not like they necessarily had in mind, like, we're going to burn LA down. But the parasites that are connected to them manipulated many people in many ways so this would turn out. Some of them, just convinced through their perception that the choices they were making were okay. They're people that are possessed, meaning people who have these energetic parasites connected to them, attached to them, and it's not just something that just, pops in. I mean, people that are parasitic have most of the time been parasitic most of their life. Not to say that that can't happen later in life through some type of event or trauma, but typically this is something that happens when people are younger, like under the age of 18, typically. through fear, through situations where they are, really struggling and in fear. Before we move forward, I'm being guided to go to my crystal Bible book and not see which way this is facing and get us a crystal to tune in and tap into. I'm here, and I heard this earlier, so that's why I have the book handy, because it is about is to help us tuning into the frequencies, connecting to Gaia, so on and so forth. So here we go. Herkimer Diamond. Herkimer Diamond. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, do I need another Herkimer Diamond ring? I did have, actually I've had two. And something always happens. But Herkimer Diamond is really amazing. It is a clear, crystal, and I'm just guided to, except for today, I was guided to put on my amethyst, but for the longest time recently, I have been guided to clear. This is a clear crystal quartz. This is a crystal I can never remember. I always have to look it up, but it starts with an L in it. It's clear, but it has deposits in it. It's a heart shaped in copper. And then I have, it's not clear, but it is a rainbow quartz. So it's, yeah. And usually I wear another moonstone. I'm sorry, rainbow quartz. What did I say? It's moonstone. And it, that was weird. And then I usually wear another moonstone, but like I said, today I was guided to put on my old amethyst. You can see the purple there. It looks black, but it is purple. Anyway, the clear crystals are a thing for sure. And Herkimer Diamond is pretty amazing. So, and the cool thing about it is that I don't want to get into all of this, so I will be taking pictures of this and posting it on the channel's community page. But it promotes attunement. It helps with all chakras. It says Herkimer Diamond is a detoxificant. Detoxificant. Sorry, that just seems like a very strange word. Okay. It protects against radioactivity and treats disease caused by contact, relieves insomnia caused by geopathic stress and electromagnetic pollution, corrects DNA, cellular disorders, metabolic imbalances, and eliminates stress and tension from the body. It promotes past life recall of injuries and disease that still affect the present life. Herkimer Diamond makes an excellent environmental spray and gem elixir. So clearly a perfect choice for us when we're dealing with these energies. And I highly suggest you check out my daily sunrise at the Trinity River from today. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's all connected to this whole thing. And I do mention this video that I was going to do in that video. And we just really need to help ourselves clear the field, because it's going to be very like choppy. It's like if we're thinking about like the sea and smooth sailing and stuff, it's like for the next bit of time the energy is going to be pretty choppy. We have Well, I'm hearing we have a lot of astrological business too. We have stuff going on with our north node and our south node. We have Mars doing things. We have this full moon, and we have these events. And so it is really important to take ourselves to a place where and use tools that are going to help us clear the field. So again, I'm going to leave that open. So again, I will share that later on. Well, by the time you see this, it'll already be on my channel's community page. I will take pictures of the book. But look into Herkimer Diamond, and you don't need to have any crystal with you to connect to it. You can read about it, connect to the essence and the intention of it, look at pictures of it. It's absolutely beautiful, and it literally comes out of the ground. I think it has a total of, is it 12 or 16? I think it's 12 sides. They all have, they're just made with all of these sides, and they all look exactly the same. They're just small ones and big ones. I can't think of the name of the shape right now. But whatever. It's a beautiful crystal. Some of them glow in the dark. Some of them are smoky. Some of them they'll have more rainbow inside. It's a really amazing crystal. They can be a little pricey, but definitely worth it. You're not going to get like a Herkimer diamond this big. They're like small to big, this kind of size. Unless you come across a big raw Herkimer diamond and some great deal, but they're going to be pretty pricey because they're only in very specific places, and they're just that special, basically. So look into Herkimer diamond. If you already have Herkimer diamond, get it out for yourself. If you're not currently using it or wearing it, it will help you tremendously at this time. Okay. All right. So, we are gonna, ooh, that's getting hot. Got my crystal here, my crystal key, my beautiful clear crystal quartz point. It is absolutely magical. Whew. Oh, wow. Okay. Alrighty. Where are those cards? Huh. I am really only guided to these cards when things are getting really real. And they are. And they definitely are. Hold on for me 1 second here. No, that's not it. Is that? Okay. No, I don't actually. Dang it, that sucks. I don't know what happened. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where is the book? Okay, so this is the book for this deck. This is the Hermetic Tarot. Everything is in black and white. I will never forget when I was guided to start using this deck. This was like, whoo! The end of 2019, when the abundance matrix was activated at the exact same time. That's when the pandemic was starting. This major dark side, multi-layered project, if you will. And it was before anything really started. I just was feeling, I think it was in the very first week of, pretty sure it was the first week of January. I just felt like there was something major was going to happen. I did not know what. I knew it wasn't going to be a natural disaster. But I knew it would affect the whole planet. It was very confusing. And I was guided to go to these cards, and I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and then I sat there and started pulling cards in every single one for almost, I think it was 30 cards. I just kept going because it was nothing that I'd ever seen before, and it rocked my world because it was big time, and every single card for almost 30 cards came through in reverse. Many of them were the major arcana. Many of them were kings and queens. I just got a few cards there. A couple cards here. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we're starting with from reverse here. We're starting here. We are starting out of these cards that just fell together. These are the cards that just fell together. We are starting with death. Now, from my perspective, death was in reverse. Card number 13, Death, Child of the Great Transformers. Child of the Great Transformers. Now, remember, this is the Hermetic Tarot. The Hermetic Tarot is not like other tarots. This really speaks to, and beep, 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 this tiny little guidebook. We will get into it if I'm guided to, but we are looking at major transformation, as we said. Major transformation with death coming. Death is in reverse. I'm seeing death spinning. So depending on the person, depending on the people, depending on what they're tuning into, we have a situation where, people are going to either really get into the depths of darkness when it comes to loss and grief and blame and the shadow side of justice. And then others are going to actually feel a strange sense of liberation once kind of the dust settles and things are, and just a very big shift in consciousness, this major transformation. Okay, then we have the Lord of Sorrow. The Lord of Sorrow. 3 of Swords, the Lord of Sorrow. Then we have the 6 of Swords, a lot of swords here, the Lord of Earned Success. The Lord of Earned Success. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Lord of Prudence. So the Lord of Earned Success with the 6 of Swords, this is about, it's coming through again, like as perception. Like you have to see through the illusion to earn your success, to not just go blindly and to expect what you're being created to be good. to be what you need, what the world needs. You need to make a conscious choice and effort to see things in a way that will help you and help you stay with the light and help you transform in a way that is for your greatest good, not to transform, to turn you into darkness, to get you more on the side of darkness. That's what the dark side wants. We cannot take the bait. Okay, let's continue. And the Lord of Prudence is about, with those 8 pentacles, it's about saving your resources, being, strategic about what's going on with, kind of like just wait it out. Prudence is saying just wait it out. Wait it out to see exactly what is the best course of action. When it comes to I guess for this whole situation, this is for this situation for the LA fires. It's not necessarily, it's not like I'm talking to anybody specifically here. This is about this whole situation. So this is about people in this situation not jumping the gun to decide what they're going to do when, rebuilding comes. If they're part of that soul pod that is going to need to figure out where they're living, where they're going to live, how they're going to make money if their businesses are gone, where they're all, there's a million questions to be answered. And the Lord of Prudence wants to answer those questions, but you need time to let things, come through and settle. We have the 4 of Swords, Lord of Rest from Strife. Exactly like I'm saying, we got to give it some time to rest from strife. This is a lot of strife that's going on, and the Lord of Prudence is like, okay, yeah, we've got resources, we can rebuild, we can move on in a certain way, but what is that way? What is the best way? We need to just not be pressured to make fast choices when we're super emotional and going through these paradigm shifts. So the Lord from Rest and Strife with the 4 of Swords. So we have a lot of swords going on here. 3, 6, and 4. We started off with death, always representing new beginnings, seeing things differently, transformation in the biggest of ways. And a lot of these did come through in reverse, by the way. Holy shit. King of Wands. Prince of the Chariot of Fire. Prince of the Chariot of Fire. We've got a lion with that chariot with the King of Fire here. King of Fire. Any more from this deck? Wow. Queen of Cups, Queen of the Thrones of Water. So this is what's coming next. We have the King of Fire that is part of all of this energy. The King of Fire with the King of Wands, King of Fire, King of the Chariot of Fire. Big energy here with the fire energy, obviously. And all of this sword energy is air. And then we have the fire, right? So we had the Three of Swords with the Lord of Sorrow, the Six of Swords with earned success. Like we're gotta have this this like positive energy to the negative energy. The Lord of Rest from Strife with the Six of Swords. Then the Prince of the Chariot of Fire with the King of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of the Thrones of Waters. So there is a balancing to the fire, and it is the water. The water that is coming through here that we can all connect to, the water that is in the oceans, the water that is us and within us, to tap into the Queen of Wands, the Queen of the Throne of Water. That's what's going to come after the fire to help clear the ashes, clean the ashes and the smoke. This is a cleansing. This is a healing. We need to see it that way. Five of Swords, Lord of Defeat. I'm hearing that, and there's another one here. 10 of Swords. We've gotten this card so much lately. 10 of Swords, the Lord of Ruin. So we have the Lord of Defeat and the Lord of Ruin right after the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. The Prince of the Chariot of Fire and the Queen of the Throne of Waters. We have another card here. Two of Swords. Wow. Lord of Peace restored. Holy moly. Lord of Peace restored. So this is what I'm seeing here. After the Queen of Cups, the Queen of the Thrones of Water, waters, we have the Lord of Defeat and the Lord of Ruin with more swords here. 5 of Swords and 10 of Swords, 5 and then 10. Lord of Defeat, Lord of Ruin. Listen, this is about turning this over from darkness to light, because here we have at the end, Lord of Peace restored. Lord of Peace restored. There's a balancing that comes through here with the Two of Swords. The balancing of the Two of Swords. You see that? Harmony, harmonics. It's going to take some time. That is what I'm hearing here. This whole process here, this story that has been laid out is going to take some time. We start with death. Everything dying, everything, and that is the death of homes, the death of businesses, or at least the structures where those businesses were, the releasing of the material, of the possessions of the material, the death of the weight of that connected to people, the death of the illusion that any of that is truly needed. Because the truth is, like the card that we got for the full, one of the main cards that we got for the full moon that's on the 13th, is home. And that's about home is where the heart is. Home is you. Home is your soul, not the structure in which you live or all the things that fill it up. Home is the connection that you have to your soul and your soul pod, your soul group, your soul family, the one, the all, Mother, Father, God, Gaia, all of that. That is home. It reminds me of this beautiful saying, the earth is my church. It's like home is right here. I don't need to go into any structure. I don't need to go to a church to find Mother, Father, God, to be at one with creation. And I don't need to have a place that I call my home to be at home. And that's what all of these people are hopefully, that's the medicine that they will be able to process and lift and let go of all of that, because it is gone and it's not coming back. It never comes back. In a way, fire is generous in its cruelty because of its nature of finite destruction, right? Most of the time, all that's left is ash, or things that are so melted out of, difficult to even see. But so much of it is either gone completely, just gone, or pieces and ash. And sometimes I think that for some that there's some graciousness there versus like with a flood where it doesn't disappear. It just gets destroyed in a weird way, and it's still there, and it's, all piled up and just dirty and ugly and messy and gross, and fire, for the most part, doesn't allow you to see the loss, see the brokenness, see the broken body of whatever it is. It's just the body is gone, so to speak, metaphorically. And you just like, you now you can just picture it as it was versus how it is now. Broken and destroyed. It's gone now when it's burned. So your memory is not of it burning, is of it being gone, how it was before. But in any event, the idea here, the message here with this, from death, Lord of sorrow, Lord of earned success, Lord of prudence, Lord of rest from strife, Prince of the chariot of fire, Queen of the thrones of waters, Lord of defeat, Lord of ruin, and Lord of peace restored. Being guided to go to Lord of ruin and Lord of defeat and really bring home what this is about. This is about really defeating a major wave of darkness, defeating the dark, many being healed. It's like when I'm hearing, when all is said and done, when this comes full circle, like in a year is what I'm hearing. In a year. When all comes full circle, I'm being guided to my alchemy cards, because there's a shit ton of alchemy going on. When, where are we? Where, when like I'm hearing a year's time, peace will be restored, and there will be a shift. It's not to say everything will be rebuilt, that there won't be places that are definitely still burned down and they're still doing construction. That's not, its peace will be restored, which means there is the peace is the liberation from the dark side. The ruin and the defeat is of the dark side, keeping hold of so many people. This just popped. Oh, wow, Saturn. And Saturn was literally just pulled for one of my clients, Ryan. I hope you don't mind me saying that. In the Evolve Now program that he has with me. I'm sure he doesn't mind that. It's nothing bad, but I want to read Saturn to you because it is. Oh, it's in the front. That's right. Here we go. Saturn, card number 7 in the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. Structure, authority, consequences. Saturn is known as the great ruler, the authoritative father, and the structuring force. Limitations, rules, logistics, and laws all fall under Saturn's claim, and they insist on our adherence. Saturn constricts, it corrects, it governs. The force of this planet is mind-bogglingly, frustratingly, especially for creative types, as it can feel like one limitation after another, yet its ability to support is unmatched. No creative project can come to be without the Saturnian qualities of commitment, endurance, and steadiness. The trick of the clock reminds us of this planet's steadfast presence, eternally measuring. It's no surprise it's associated with the metal lead and the qualities of density and weight. To embrace Saturn is to embrace the foundation and become one's own central authority. It's not as dull or as easy as it sounds. That's Saturn's secret. So, this is about the restructuring, the rebalancing of what is an authority on the individual and the collective level. And what is an authority in many ways? What is an authority of one's consciousness? What is an authority of summer. Summer, we got summer. Interesting. Oh, we got another card here. Silver. Summer and silver. Let's look at those real quick. But the authority, the governance of, one's perspective and how things are run. So like I said, it's on all these levels, and it's like, it's either Saturn is very, we need to know how things are coming through to influence us, to govern us, to guide us, that is spiritual, versus what is or not. Both the light and the dark is spiritual, but what is of the light spiritually versus what is the dark spiritually, light and dark. Okay, and then we have summer, fullness, vitality, sensuality. Summer is I'm hearing that's the halfway mark. Summer is the halfway mark to seeing more and more people getting conscious, more and more people leaving the material matrix, more and more people seeking holistic and spiritual work and practice and awareness, as because of all of this. And that's the halfway mark. This is about the ripeness and being ripe and fruitful with energy, vitality, love, love of oneself, love of life, love of the challenges of evolution, of rebirth, all these things. So then we have silver. Let's look up silver and see what comes out for that. Iron, copper, quicksilver, and silver. Lunar reflective chrome. Amidst its upper echelon status, silver shines eternally in second position. It is the lesser sibling, the one that's not quite there yet. A true alchemist does not resist this truth, but rather studies its subtle implications and its wisdom. Silver requires polishing, or the surface tarnishes over time. Mirrors require cleaning, or the image clouds and distorts, whereas gold sustains its own malleable radiance. Silver asks for our participation. We must work at it. Don't give up now. Silver wants to build relationships. Like the moon, a mirror or a poem, let it reflect an image back. With an open heart and one more moment of willingness, the seemingly cold, stark surface of silver opens into the imaginal realm. What is there? Your own vastness, the mysteries that beckon you on moonlit nights. Through our daily devotion to silver, we find the truest gold. Oh, I love that. Don't give up now. With the open heart, one more moment of willingness, the seemingly cold, dark surface of silver opens into the imaginal realm. What is there? Your own vastness. Oh, okay. So silver, still again speaking to a transformation of on a psychic level. This is connected to the moon. This is connected to perception. Again, this is connected to alchemy and the actual changing of one's understanding of like life itself is what I'm hearing here. There's a balance that comes when we work with and connect with silver. And this energy of, that don't give up now, like just understand, like there are times in the shifting and the changing, in the in-between parts where we get really uncomfortable about what's going on and feel kind of very out of control. But that is an illusion. And again, this don't give up now is kind of like, understand, with silver, and silver is pretty soft. It's not lead. It's silver. It's not quicksilver either. It's not super fluid, but it's very malleable. It's pretty soft, even though it's a metal, and it's very reflective. That's coming through, and that came through a lot with this card. Very reflective. So this is all connected to a time to see through reflection, through different types of reflection, what is true, what is real. It's kind of like what I'm seeing is so imagine there's something that's written in reverse and then you hold it up to a mirror so then you can actually read it. That's the image that I'm getting. Okay, what's next? The Lightworker Oracle. Now remember, these are messages about this event, about this soul group, the soul pod and these soul groups within the soul pod that are directly dealing with this event or have people directly dealing with this event, and for all of us to hold space for, to understand this, the bigger thing that's in play. I'm hearing that we're going to have a directive to do energy work very distinctly, very much. Whoa. Okay. 1, first ray of power. It's actually the card that's on the book. I've been getting those a lot lately. First ray of power. You have water again. Initiation by water. with card number 23. So we have card 1, card 23. So 1, 2, 3. Sixth ray of devotion. Card number 42. In reverse, is card number 28. Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. Then we have card number 9, Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. Whew. So I am being guided to get into the guidebook real quick for the first ray of power. First ray of power. Oh. I need 1 second here. Sorry. I just needed to clear some space. It was telling me, I thought I'd already done this. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want this video to end. It was just telling me that I was running out of space. So I want to finish this video before it can't finish. Okay. First ray of power. The first ray of power is energy of conscious destruction. It can be used in a healthy way to eliminate the past and allow for a fresh start. The first ray also carries the frequency of leadership. It can assist you to stand in the truth of your light so others can find their way by it. It helps to strengthen your willpower so you can accomplish any task you choose. The Ascended Master I always have a hard time with his name. El Moria brings you his particular blessing and encourages you to believe in your own strength and take the initiative on what matters most to you. I really love El Moria. I just have a hard time saying his name. Beautiful Ascended Master that helps us to recognize that we are beautiful divine beings of light, that we can choose our path. But this is right on point here with a fresh start. Eliminate the past and allow for a fresh start. So this is, like that first release and surrender energy that says, my power is with me, not in no event that destroys or even a whole city's worth of buildings can take away my power, can take away what I am truly here to do. And so many that are dealing with this, they're together for a reason, whether they know it or not. They're all in these groups. All these fires that are taking place, they're all in these groups, and these groups are going to find the power with each other and by each other and for each other and for themselves. Okay, and then what I'm being guided to do is read. There's this little this is what I just read. It's like in italics. It kind of overshines the whole thing, and then there's more, but we're not going to get into every single one of these because there's several cards that came out here. But I am being guided to go to the next one and read that same thing. So right to 123, initiation by water. Your spiritual path this lifetime involves you becoming a clear channel for spirit. You are meant to communicate with higher guidance from the loving spiritual worlds. Your initiation by water will further open your receiving channels, dislodge lower vibrational material, and sensitize you to the subtle realms of light. You are being opened to a world of which you may have only dreamed. Such is its beauty, grace, and love. Sorry, had a little hiccup there. Okay, so water coming through again. Remember, water came through with the Queen of Cups, the Queen of the Thrones of Waters. Then we have initiation by water. We have the balancing energies. Remember, there's a lot of balance going on here. From death and renewal on up here. So initiation by water coming through to say, you know, the first way of power brings us into the truth, and then initiation by water helps us connect to divine guidance, to be clear through whatever is happening, to continue to be guided by our divine partners. And which brings us directly to card number 43, Sixth Ray of Devotion. So let's go there real quick. Okay, there's this one, Sixth Ray of Devotion. And this right here looks like the cloud that showed up in today's daily, that created a beautiful symbol in the shadow. So if you've already seen that video, you might recognize that. If you haven't seen that video again, I highly suggest you go watch it. Okay. Card number 43, Sixth Ray of Devotion. The Sixth Ray of Devotion bestows the qualities of persistence, unwavering focus, and intensity of feeling. It is a gift of the strength to move mountains with your will for what you love. When the Sixth Ray of Devotion appears, you are being given guidance that even if you do not seem to have much worldly power right now, the power of your beliefs can conquer obstacles. Archangel Uriel will help you receive the blessing of the Sixth Ray now. It's about soul growth and trusting in the power of your beliefs, recognizing that your willpower through love will conquer whatever comes through as a challenge that means to bring you down. When you're devoted in your belief and you are steadfast and nothing, it's very, it could say the Sixth Ray of Faith. It's a very much an unwavering knowing that what you put forth in your intentions will be what you, and even better, of what you imagine, what you can dream of, and what will come to you through that faith, that devotion, and your belief in what can be for you, what will transpire for you. So this is really anchoring into and bringing up the energies of true belief that everything happens for a reason. Even the most destructive, difficult, challenging of situations have a bigger piece in the plan, in the story, to be something that we can maximize for our benefit as we move forward. Okay, then next, card number 28, Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. I'm not familiar with, honestly, Master Hilarion, there we go. Archangel Raphael I've been working with forever. And yeah, but let's see here. Let's go to card number 28. Part of your divine purpose is to develop the power of your mind and use it for healing purposes. If you change your mind, you can change your world. Guidance and healing, inspiration can come to you daily. Guidance and healing inspiration can come to you daily. Hey, I do daily videos. So right there's your guidance and inspiration. Right in very clearly this dimension, specifically for this reason. Helping improve your own life and the lives of others. Healing and opening the mind to new realities and possibilities are the gifts of Ascended Master Orion and Archangel Raphael. Yeah, so Archangel Raphael is like known as the archangel that really brings in and works with us for healing, although any archangel can. And yeah, this is about I'm hearing freeing your mind from limitations, healing on that level. There's a healing that needs to take place. There's the wound of separation, the wound of limitations, basically, is what I'm hearing. The wound of limitations. The things that happen to our ancestors and our relatives, our family, that tells us over time, over what has transpired, that magic isn't real, that we are out of control, that we have no, say, that everything is random, that, nothing is easy, etc., etc. All not true. And there needs to be this healing of this, this lie. The wound of limitations must be healed in order to truly move forward and heal all aspects of life, because anything that is out of balance, that is in disarray, that is in chaos, that is unstable, that is stressed, that is fractured, needs healing, needs to be set right. And everything that, how that's all connected to, so the limiting beliefs that we are out of control in any of these things make it so we can't heal. So we need to heal the wound that says we're limited and circumstances are beyond our control and we don't have a say in that. Because when it comes to this kind of event with the fires, people feel very out of control. They feel very like how could they possibly have any control in their situation, heal from something so horrible. And that's the first thing that needs to get reconciled, is that it's, and this is about deeper healing, much deep spiritual healing as well. The seeing the bigger picture and how everything happens for a reason, but we have to clear ourselves mentally of that. Then we have Wisdom of the Divine Feminine, card number 9. Okay, let's go there. We've had a lot of this Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine coming up lately. Okay. Divine Feminine wisdom empowers you to grow into your vision, your dreams, and the fulfillment of your life purpose. Perhaps you envision a very different life for yourself to what you are experiencing now. This wisdom reminds you that you can experience even the most extraordinary dreams as reality if you are willing to grow into what you desire, to become what you seek. Surrender any plans about how you can best manifest your dreams and instead allow life to guide and nourish you through your experience each day. The universe supports your divine destiny and is helping you become all that you are meant to be. You are in a process of becoming more of heaven on earth. Sometimes there are growing pains alongside the joy such growth brings. You may feel concerned, thinking your pain is an indication that you are failing in some way. You may judge your suffering as a sign that you are not operating at a high enough frequency. Yet, how many spiritual masters upon this planet have endured great suffering, as well as experiencing tremendous love and joy in the fulfillment of their divine destiny? Growing pains are just part of the feminine path of creation, of breaking through what has become too small for you. There is joy in the eventual freedom, but the act of breaking through can feel painful at times. When things are difficult or you're feeling doubt, when you feel the need to do something that scares you and challenges you at the depths of your being, you are experiencing growing pains. They will pass and you will benefit from the growth. However, you need to know that whilst this difficulty is in your life, the divine is very much with you, encouraging you, believing in you so much that it will deliver a tough lesson. You can handle it for however long it needs to continue, and that won't be forever. This oracle also brings you a message about how much the divine feminine loves you and wants to help you grow with the least struggle and the most peace. If you don't listen to her, instead choosing to believe in fear, you may be terrified of your growing pains. You won't be sure if they will ever end. You may doubt your ability to turn adversity into triumph. You may lose faith instead of trusting that life has your best interest at heart and that you are capable of meeting any challenge that arises. Instead of trusting, you may believe the world isn't safe. This can keep you paralyzed in self-defeating, self-harming patterns. While these may give you a temporary familiar satisfaction, ultimately, these patterns mean you will continue to struggle and suffer under the weight of addiction and emotional pain. You deserve so much better than that. The divine feminine speaks to you now and promises that if you are willing to show up to your life each day and trust in the circumstances before you, she will guide you into your most beautiful divine destiny. It is safe to trust her. She wants for you only the best and most beautiful life journey, one perfectly suited for all that you are and all that you can be. Your heart beats in perfect rhythm with a heart of love at the center of our universe. Your heart beats in perfect rhythm with the heart of love at the center of our universe. Trust your heart and trust life. All is progressing beautifully as you are guided ever deeper into your divine fulfillment. Whew. And invocation, being guided to read this all the way through. This is on page 44, by the way. Invocation, I call upon the wisdom of the divine feminine, and I ask for the blessings of nurturing, development, evolution, and growth into the best and most beautiful divine destiny for me. Through her loving grace, I am guided, protected, and assisted to become all that I can be. With gratitude and trust in the flow of my life, I relax and take the journey. As I do so, I help to bring calm and consciousness to the world for the greater good. So be it. Oh, wow. Okay. Whew. Gaia coming through so strongly here to say, I understand so many are literally under fire, literally have been pushed out of their homes, literally displaced in fear, suffering, hurting, confused, overwhelmed, in shock, in pain. And what she really is bringing through is that there is such a opportunity for creation and growth and power and love to come through this, that through the ashes all of the phoenix will rise again, They will rise as groups of beautiful divine beings of light, bringing in through their resilience, through their strength, through the challenge of not allowing them to, to drown in this, but to fly from this. And that so many doing that is going to be so very powerful. And to remind all of those people that are dealing with that they are not alone, that the divine is with them, that Gaia is very conscious and aware, obviously, of everything that is going on, and she is working with all divine beings and creatures, and from personal guardian angels to the archangels, to help bring in all of this energy that we got here with the Lightworkers Oracle, the first ray of power, initiation by water, Master Orion, and Archangel Raphael. This is about power. This is about clarity. This is about connection. This is about healing. This is about faith. This is about believing that all of this is going to create things and a way of into the future that truly ends up being better through these major shifts that are happening with so many people, like the channeling said. And all of these cards that have come through to support these messages. I'm being guided to pull one more card from the Nature Whispers Oracle to round this out, to put a pin in it, to put a nice bow on this. And hopefully these messages, as you can see, have supported what I channeled. From the Death card to the wisdom of the divine feminine and everything in between. And what really needs to be remembered here with these messages is that, okay, two more cards. We have, what we need to remember here is that, I'm going to finish my thought, is that, we need to remember the big picture. We need to stay in a state of high vibration and grace and see this for what it is. Not let us be absorbing the pain and the misery and the grief and the confusion and the overwhelm and the anger and all of that energy that is cycling through right now. We need to combat that, because those people that are in those situations, yes, a lot of them can, rise above it and, while they're in the moment, just keep pushing through and not be so overwhelmed by grief and the challenges that face them right now. But most of them are in major distress. And we need to really inject our faith, our higher vibration, because the ones that, we're seeing it, we're affected by it, but it's not happening to us. So we can be grateful that it's not affecting us directly, that soul pod and those soul groups have taken this on for them, and that they are doing that, and we are helping through our energy, through our thoughts, through our spiritual faith, and knowing what is happening on a level that may be difficult for others to see. But regardless, this is what is happening. So the cards that we got here are Bountiful Harvest, and there is Gaia herself. beautiful, another dove. Doves keep showing up lately. Bountiful harvest. And the next one is Make-A-Wish. And I think this is the card that I got on my second day of doing my dailies on January 3rd. I'm pretty sure it was that day. But let me grab this book really quick and we'll read these two and then we will wrap this up. Bountiful Harvest, card number 28. And these are nice and short, so not long here. Bountiful Harvest. You have access to the infinite source of love and resources provided by Mother Earth and the universe. Just got done hearing from Gaia herself. So here she is again to talk about how she loves and provides and supports us. There are no demands, requirements, or conditions that affect your ability to access this supply. This is a wonderful reminder and the absolute truth pertaining to the abundance that is available to you. Grant your abundance the opportunity to flow into your life. It will reshape your perspective. It will strengthen and nourish you. This phase holds a plenitude of affluence and fertility. You are lucky and blessed. This phase holds a plenitude of affluence and fertility. You are lucky and blessed. Yeah, it may not feel that way to the people going through it right now, but that is the truth. And then we have Make-A-Wish, card number 1. As a child, you may have been encouraged to blow on a dandelion and make a wish. As you blew the seed blossoms from the stem, they would be carried on the wind so your wish could be fulfilled. This card is a gentle reminder to set clear intentions about what you wish for in your life. You are being asked what you would like. At this moment, anything is possible. If you were given one wish, what would you wish for? Trust that your wish will be granted at the most opportune time and in the manner that supports you to the fullest. Make a wish. So I'm hearing a couple of things with this, that we should all make the wish that the people in this soul pod and these soul groups can feel into this energy as soon as possible, be guided to the light, feel the support of Gaia and their divine counterparts, that they're led to healing and trust in the process and really activate their consciousness on a level that they can move forward in their lives as easily and beautifully, as divinely, as purposefully as possible, as they are shifting their reality and building a new future for themselves. So if you could agree to make a wish for that, to really put your heart and soul into holding that space and that energy, then the next one is definitely make a wish. Make a wish for yourself and know that it is important during these times to know that we all individually are supported in allowing and supported in really tearing down the walls of the limits and the limitations of what can be. I'm hearing one of my favorite sayings, expect miracles. And know that there's much more to the story, that when you expect miracles, when you make wishes, when you believe that what is at the heart of the good for you and your timelines and all involved, when you believe in that, and you allow yourself to be guided forward through that belief, through that knowing, that clarity, that healing, that unity, that support and love and abundance and magical, beautiful moments of divinity will be reaching you and within you. These are the energies that we need to really lift up for ourselves. This card talked about being a child, and being a child means believing that magic exists in so many different ways, and being connected to nature and to creation in a way where they, we as children, they can perceive what most adults cannot, because they're still new and they still have the keys to wonderment. They have not been lost yet. And so what we need to do is remember the truth of that, and that we got distracted with all sorts of things, and life is what life is, and most people don't live magical, spiritually awake and conscious lives and talk about that. At least they haven't, but that will be changing. Make-A-Wish also speaks to the fact that the light is here. The light is telling us that all of our wants and our wishes for harmony, for peace, for love, for joy, for stability and balance are being supported. And sometimes there needs to be, we need to allow for the chaos to ensue, to tire itself out, for the dark to expend itself in ways that only weaken those efforts and only provide us opportunities to strengthen our own individual life force, and the collective's consciousness and life force, and to rise above and to grow within ourselves through that consciousness. And that means becoming more magical ourselves, becoming true alchemists that can shift and change circumstances through our belief, through understanding and healing that wound of limitations, and understand that death is a beginning. It's an opportunity for beginning. And this is the child of the great transformers. Death is the child of the great transformers. There's something so beautiful in that. And we need to really think about that from, our very first card. Everything is beginning again. Everything is renewing. Everything is shifting. Everything. Not just the places and for the people that are dealing directly with these fires and this event, but everything. And it has been working towards this. This is just taking another sharp turn towards a new reality that is being constructed right now as we move forward in 2025. Remember, the theme for 2025 is healing. And so sometimes we need to deal with feeling the pain so we can heal. Because if we don't feel the pain, we won't pay attention to the issue and we won't heal. Whew. Okay, so that's it about, at least for now, about these events or this event and about all these fires here at the beginning and during the Stargate of January of 2025. I hope that these messages have helped to stabilize you, to know that there is all sorts of beautiful, wonderful energies going on, that there is a future that is very, very bright, and to hold space and to really focus on your own healing and health and conquering limitations and connecting to the divine, working with these, understanding the process here that was brought up, and with all of these cards, really this energy with Gaia and the divine feminine really is like so beautiful and nurturing and motherly and protective. So let yourself feel that. Tap into the protective and beautiful nurturings of Gaia, the womb energies of Gaia, that you are perfectly in it, but surrounded by her harmony and her love, because the truth is that you are. That is not an illusion. This is the womb. We're always in the womb if we choose to be, with our divine mother, counterpoint to divine mother and father God, and especially with Gaia as we're incarnated here, and she is the force that allows all of our mothers to be here and birth us as humans, in divine incarnates. There's always this womb energy that we can tap into to help us harmonize and calibrate with Gaia, with her abundance matrix, and let her love us, let her guide us, let her provide for us through nature, through the elements, through beautiful gifts of nature, through crystals and flowers and trees and water, and yes, even fire. For now, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for being here again. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Share me and this video, and know that I share quite a lot here in many different ways, all in the name of the divine you, incarnates here on missions together, and the divine on the other side of the veil that is with us always. I am here to provide messages, inspiration, connection, and healing for those who are ready. Please visit my website, infiniteempath.com. I am Infinity. I love you already. Thanks for being here. And I will see you soon. Goodbye for now.